As Clips once said on their 2006 masterpiece, Hell Hath No Fury, keys open doors. And while he might have been talking about a different type of key, one I won't be able to show you in today's video, these keys right in front of me are important in their own right and often an overlooked item in one's everyday carry lineup. I've curated every other piece of my everyday carry, so why not complete my ultimate EDC loadout by adding one last very important detail: some custom keys. Shout out to Custom Keys for sponsoring this video today, and if you're loving these as much as I do, click that link in the description for some more information. The company. Established in 2021 in Pismo Beach, California, Custom Keys was founded out of a shared frustration with the mundane and easily confusable nature of standard keys. They wanted to create a solution that not only brought a touch of personal expression, but also solved the common problem of fumbling with multiple identical keys. And honestly, this is a simple EDC item I really didn't know I needed until I saw the difference that it made in the style of my everyday carry. The designs. So the designs I have in front of me are really fun and playful, many taking inspiration from Flash tattoo design. And as you can see, my friends Zach and Ann actually have a couple of these designs tattooed on them. I don't have any tattoos myself, but I've always really appreciated these kind of classic tattoo designs, and it's such a cool place to draw inspiration from for these keys. So on customkeys.com, you're going to find a ton of different designs, and there's definitely something for everyone. The ones I have here are some of my personal favorites, so let's just take a look at these one by one. And let's start off with the orbital for all of my space cadets out there. And this is going to be the largest of the designs that I have in front of me. And I gotta say, this thing just looks amazing. All of the keys I have here are going to be made with solid brass and are SC1 type keys. There's also another type of key called a KW1, and some of those designs are also going to come in silver for the KW1s. Now, I'll explain this a little later in the video, the difference between key types, but for now, let's just focus on the designs and the craftsmanship. You can see all of these intricacies of the design here really well in the light, and it feels super solid. I really love these raised parts of the key where the design is, and I love anything space themed, so I immediately gravitated towards this Saturn design as it looks so cool. Next up is the cowboy skull key for all of my urban cowboys and cowgirls out there. And now this one has the smallest footprint of the 5 keys, but it's the most stylish design in my opinion. And this one definitely borrows heavily from tattoo culture, which I really like. Next, we have the nautical anchor key for my aquaphiles, and I just had to go with this one because the cut of this just looks so sick. It's truly a little work of art in your hands. And I think this one is perfect for that person who's really into heritage workwear. It's going to fit really nicely with their everyday carry. Next is the Pathfinder key for all of my explorers out there, and I feel like this just has such a classic look to it featuring that compass. The design is on the larger side, but I think it will really add some refinement to your keyring. And then lastly, we have my favorite out of the 5, the wavelength key for all of my mind expanders out there. And this is the trippiest of designs, but it's also the coolest looking in my opinion. The customer. So now that we went through the designs, who are these keys actually going to be for? And I think the customer base for these is going to be pretty broad with the amount of designs and the amount of people who actually use keys in their everyday life. These are a great way to easily upgrade your everyday carry, and they are super affordable at just $13 a key. These also make for really great presents for friends and family. It's a much better gift than your standard set of socks. The process. So first you'll want to figure out which kind of key you'll need, and keys come in 2 different sizes, KW1, which stands for Quickset, and SC1, which stands for Schlag. The ones we looked at earlier are SC1s, but it's super easy to identify which key you have. So some keys will have stamps on them showing either SC1 or KW1. If your keys don't have that stamp, you're going to want to inspect the top shape of the key. So lay your keys down on a flat surface, and if the top has 5 rounded corners like a pentagon, you'll most likely have a KW1. And if your keys have more notches and look more like a diamond, you most likely have an SC1 key. So once you've figured out which key you have, you're going to need to bring it to a locksmith to get it cut. And those big box hardware stores like Lowe's or Home Depot won't be able to do the job, so you're going to want to bring it to a local locksmith. And all you got to do is type in locksmith near me on Google to find one. The price to get the key cut is super cheap, usually under $5, and you can feel great because you supported a local business. So that's gonna be it for this week's video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these custom keys and if you'll be adding them to your everyday carry. As always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Here's what's on my turntable this week.